I'm here at the Play Expo 2018 with the legendary
Kim Justice.
And I posed Kim a question on Twitter a couple of days ago, and the question was regarding the original source lime body wash, rather randomly. But if you look at those products, they always have this claim on the top that 2 tons of mint leaves went into this bottle.
Yes, they do.
Or 40 whole limes. And I just said, what's your opinion on that, Kim?
Well, this is a subject that obviously I've done years of research on. I mean, I've tried, the mint products, the lime products, the passion fruit, kiwi, and my opinion of it all is pretty much that it's a load of old bloody bollocks. There's probably not any limes in there at all, it's just green.
Yeah, I mean, surely the logistics alone would be horrendous of moving like 20 tons of lime just to wash your hair.
Exactly, it's all just green food colouring. It's made of nothing.
How are you finding this show?
I'm finding the show really great. I mean, the best thing about this for me is just always just meeting people. Like, you just get to meet people from all areas, like obviously like fellow colleagues such as yourself, but also like fans as well. It's really cool to meet, and I'm excited, of course, for the panel tomorrow as well. And yeah, just there's certain novelties like. I get such a kick out of playing like old games on a CRT as well. That's the main thing I enjoy. Like the arcade machines and that are also cool, but gaming on a CRT, because I don't have one at home. They're all gone and dead. But but just the company is great. Just always coming to these events and just meeting everybody is always great fun every time.
Do you find it amazing though we'll start with the CRT aspect of that, when you're actually walking around the floor? It's amazing. Do you find it amazing how sharp some of the pictures actually are?
I know, yes. There's something about CRT that's just, you can't emulate it through like upscaling, like in like the highest level of equipment. You can't really. There's something about it that's so different. I mean, a lot of the games, of course, let's not forget, they were never made with, a 50-inch HD television or whatever in mind, like 1080p. They were made for these CRTs, and a lot of them use like certain effects. I mean, Sonic 1 is a particular example of that. There's certain things in that just don't look the same.
And with regards like the say colleagues and YouTubers and all sorts of people in the industry that we're quite familiar with on Twitter, because somehow you sort of congeal into a little group. I think it's very interesting sort of talking to them and how kind of normal people tend to be.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's kind of weird, I guess, for a lot of us. I mean, especially like some of us who end up like getting recognised on the vlogs. I mean, it's not something that happens like in our everyday life. We're not celebrities or anything. We're just kind of normal people, and so it's weird to come here and then people just stop and say, "Oh, hey, Kim, you're right," and it's like, "Hey, cool." And so it's kind of surreal in a way, and yeah, we always kind of end up, pretty much all the YouTubers just kind of end up flocking together. I mean, that's kind of one thing I find nice, particularly about the UK retro game community. I mean, not that obviously cliques, certain groups and that do exist. I mean, obviously they don't exist everywhere, but it's a lot nicer than a hell of a lot of other YouTube communities can be.
Well, I think it's nice in that people can find you because you're in a herd. But I've not seen anybody from the YouTubers be nasty or dismissive to anybody that comes up. It's a very inclusive.
No, I mean that would be silly. That would be so stupid to be like. I can't imagine that if I was like the sort of person to just walk around the floor and I know, and someone just tried to stop me. Now it's like no autographs. Get away, pro scum. I mean, what would be the point in that? I'd just be walking around on my own.
Yeah, no fun in it at all.
No fun, and kind of thing about this minute certainly I find. I mean, we were just talking about this just a minute ago. Obviously, like a lot of us mean like retro gamers who do this all the time, like kind of hardcore. So let's go. Is we can experience a lot of this stuff at home, but the big thing about this is camaraderie. And if you're just kind of walking on your lonesome, like actively like ignoring company, then you probably won't have fun at this type of event.
Yeah.
You've got to get into the mindset or the group mindset.
This isn't the sort of bitchy catwalk place. This is
No, it's not like certain YouTube events where everyone just commingles in their own groups and snipes at others.
But let's stick to the more positive aspect. So you're going to be doing your panel tomorrow.
I am, yes.
And does that blow your mind that there's going to just be all these people here to come and see you guys?
Yeah, it is quite something nice to have, like, say that people are coming to see that. Well, if they're coming to see me or Nostalgia Nerd or Ashens or Slope, it is like sort of thing, because I mean I've done stage stuff, I've done like stage work a lot, but you know, that's a character. Like, I'm not going to be up there tomorrow as like a character, I'm going to be up there as me.
You.
And I mean, sure, my YouTube personality is kind of a part of that, but still, it's basically me. So yeah, it's like, it's really weird to think, Jesus, you know, people are actually going to be paying to see us. I mean, there's a certain nervousness to it, but it's a good type of nervous. It's really excitement at the same time.
And I've been to some of these events where they've had panels, and it's a little bit dry at times. So are you hoping to be upbeat and humorous where you can?
Oh yeah, I'll always try and be upbeat. I always try and make jokes. I'll probably end up swearing or something and saying something that I shouldn't, because that's normally what happens with me. But you know, I'm sure it'll be a good laugh.
Are there any other sort of things that are in the pipeline for Kim Justice? Have you got any plans for this coming year? I know it's a bit later into the new year now, but you'll probably have some resolutions.
Well, for me, kind of, I'm just about to, once you know all these events, kind of, I've got a London Anime and Gaming Con next week, which I'm doing another Q&A at by myself, which is going to be even more intimidating. Excuse me. But yeah, after that, I've got a whole bunch of things planned. I mean, my next like big video is going to be a subject that's not gaming, not music, wrestling, anything like that. It's going to be quite historic, so I'm kind of looking to see how people sort of react to that documentary. All other sorts of things planned. I want to kind of get back to people like Robert Maxwell, do stuff about him, because he's certainly one of the more interesting, controversial figures I've ever covered. Companies like Codemasters is definitely something that's in the pipeline, just because so many people want it. It's got to be done, and there's plenty of like Kim Justice. I'm really hoping that 2018 is going to be a big year for the channel.
Well, I'm hoping that your audience will appreciate the change in format or content and go on that journey with you.
Yeah, fingers crossed. I mean, I hope so. I've always with my documentaries, I always like to tell stories. So, and I know a lot of people. I mean, I get messages quite a lot of the time actually from people who aren't into retro games at all or gaming of any kind, and yet still they somehow stumbled across my videos. And they found that they really like them, they're really interested in stuff I have to say, which I think is because I like to tell stories and I almost like to create characters. It's kind of like the screenwriter in me coming out, I suppose. So I hope to continue to do that in subjects both still in games but also out of it as well.
I just want to have a quick question about the technicalities of some of your videos, because I find them, they're quite mesmerising. I get captured into them and I really enjoy their format and the depth of content. How long does it actually take you just to do one? Is there a typical...
How long does it take? I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, obviously some videos, some smaller videos can just take like a couple of days maybe. Like one day to write, capture and maybe voice, and then another day to edit. Something longer, like if I think back to something like Heroes of Wrestling, for example, which ended up being like 80 minutes long. I mean, that took a month.
A month?
Yeah, that took a month of just solid getting through the show and ended up just writing this massive script. I mean, I never intended for it. I didn't think, I'm going to make an 1.5 hour long video about Heroes of Wrestling. It just kind of ended up that way. I mean, I like to do things. I don't like to plan a lot of stuff. Like when I edit, when I write, it's always very off the cuff rather than off the cuff, lad. No, but it's always very off the cuff. I just kind of, I edit kind of on the fly. I just think, this would be a good clip to use here. Just kind of wrap my brain and usually it ends up being something from The Simpsons. 9 times out of 10 I think, that's a good Simpsons clip. That's kind of analogous to one. What's not on the voice.
You just remind me of something. Though. There is some weird crossover on YouTube between wrestling and gamers. There seems to be so many channels now.
It is. I mean, I think there is a big. I mean, the Venn diagram for wrestling fans and gaming fans is basically a circle. They definitely do crossover.
Well, Kim, thank you very much for your time and wrestling with my questions.
You corny fuck.
I'm sure we wish you all the best for this year and all your endeavours, and we're going to be looking out for those new shows.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. It's been an absolute pleasure, Andrew.
Bye.
Bye.